He first came to prominence, if you can call it that, because he's the nephew of Cenk Uygur, the host of...
If you can call it that? Oh, he's like still dissing me. He's like, if you can call it prominence. It's like, okay, why are you talking about me then? I agree. I am not a prominent figurehead in any movement. So why the fuck are you covering me then? What a loser. He's literally like... He's negging me, dude. He said Cenk Uygur, by the way.
He's Cenk's nephew, but he's now built a large audience that listens to him talk about left-wing politics. And I put that in scare quotes because at the end of the day, it's really just a way of herding people into the Democratic Party. And he has become extremely rich by virtue of his popularity on Twitch. And not only extremely rich, but he lives a life of gluttonous capitalistic consumption. At the same time that he constantly condemns other people for being capitalists, he claims to be a socialist. And the question, of course, is whether there's an inconsistency between...
Guys, this man is an award-winning journalist. This man is an award-winning journalist, okay? I don't know what to say. Like, I grew up looking up to this man. That is crazy to me. Oh my God. You know, preaching about socialism. He's not living his values. Let's hear what else.
The way in which he lives his life through extreme amounts of luxurious material wealth on the one hand, and his demands that society become more socialistic on the other. Just like John Kerry flies to conferences to yell at everybody about climate change, but then flies on a private jet, or the people who Davos do.
Wait, he's saying John Kerry flying to Davos in a private jet is just like me owning a house in California, Los Angeles, where the housing market is absolutely and having a Porsche that I leased. I could have bought outright, but still. This is the same thing. Like, I'm ruining... Because I'm saying, like, you know, no one should have a house, famously. Like, that's my argument. My argument is, like, home ownership should be not a thing that anyone can have. Everyone should be living in cardboard boxes. This is what I advocate for. No nice things. No luxurious items for you. Never. We need to live this rugged life, this Spartan lifestyle.
Or Robert Reich doing the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. So let's look first at his... at this inconsistency that...
Bro, he has... What is going on? Dude, this is awesome. I love this guy, bro. Yo. His entire... Brother. My man is literally... My man is going... He went from working with, like, actual whistleblowers to doing a collage of tweets. This is crazy, dude.
Here you see the headline from April of last year from Insider. The headline there is, leftist political commentator Hasan Piker faces criticism for buying a nearly $3 million home in Los Angeles County. Now, obviously, the criticism isn't that he bought a home. Everybody needs a home. Everybody needs a place to live. You shouldn't be expected to have to live on the street. The question is...
Wait, like he got a puff piece written by the New York Times back in the day about his, like, compound that he has in Brazil. I don't know how much it was, but don't get it. Is Glenn arguing that he is to your left? I forgot. It doesn't matter how much it is. I went to Google and I typed in create a pie chart, and I ended up with an online pie chart maker, probably intended for first graders, he said. I mentioned that he now works for a digital news site that has a $250 million endowment from Pierre Omidyar and some very talented data journalists and graphic artists.
He is so wealthy and uses their wealth for this kind of extreme...
I wonder if Glenn Greenwald's objective and unbiased coverage will showcase the numerous, if you consider to be charity to be like some kind of social distribution, which I don't, but I wonder if he would bring that up. Charity in general, philanthropy in general, under a capitalist organization of the economy is basically a Band-Aid solution for some of the problems that the organization of the economy creates. which is precisely the reason why Jeff Bezos does a ton of it, and it's good PR for you, and also, in certain instances, even a tax shelter or a tax haven, especially if you set up a 501c4, which you put all your stock options into. America is the most charitable country on the planet. If it was a solution, we would have already solved at least some of the problems. Does that mean that charity is not a good thing? Does that mean charity is a bad thing? Of course not. I personally make a genuine, genuine amount of charitable contributions, a lot of which I don't publicize, some of which I do in private, and some of which I do through fundraisers where I also very publicly donate. The necessity of charity implies a policy failure that socialism is supposed to fix. Okay? Understand that. But having said that, is charity good? Certainly. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel the same way that I feel when I am able to, for example, pay for a nice meal with all my friends and family. Makes me feel good. I'm doing it because I have the power to do so, and it makes me it makes me feel great. Right? It's awesome. And the same goes for charity as well. It makes me feel good to be able to help others in some way. Okay? But none of that is socialism. Okay? It's not.
Located in the Beverly Grove neighborhood, cost $2.74 million, according to...
I mean, this is just like stalking and doxing, I guess, but...
Now, he has invoked all of the standard arguments that people in left liberal culture use, why you should ignore the way in which they're living their lives, the choices that they're making, the values reflected by those choices, and instead only focus on systemic questions and not hold them accountable or find it odd that the way in which they're choosing their lives seems to be contrary to the values they want to impose on everybody else. So,
well, Lemo, he said you have no wife or kids so you can have a one-bedroom home. First of all, this is not my house. Like, this is footage from whoever was trying to sell it. Like, but he also said I don't have like a wife or children, okay? Which is wild because if that's the case, my mom is living with me right now. Glenn is not interested in honest, truth, objective coverage. He's making it seem like I'm the one who was like, I really want to pay $2.7 million. He's making it seem like I'm the one who actually dumped $2.7 million flat and paid for the house cash, which is psychotic. Of course I didn't. It's a down payment on a place that I currently work inside of, on a place where I can house my family for extended durations throughout the year, including my brother and my mom and my dad. Okay, and my cousin who's supposed to be here soon this week. All of this stuff is wild. Okay? Like, this is not objective analysis. This is not journalism. This is Glenn trying to write the same old narrative over and over and over again. That, like, socialism means you have to be poor. Socialism means you can't have a nice house. Socialism means that you're a hypocrite if you have a nice house in Los Angeles. You don't deserve to have to defend your house every week.
Interior, very, very spacious and very nice. Here's an outdoor shot of the home from the real estate listing.